Hey everyone, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. We got Andrew here from Sydney. He's come for a drive from Sydney to get this thing checked out, and lucky he did. We found a few things that are not quite right. It's been worked on most recently by a couple of Toyota dealers. We're not going to pick on them or anything. We know it's just the kids that work there, and there's nothing new about what we found here. It's just what you normally see. So let's get started and have a look at the things we've found where they've put some wrong nuts and bolts to start off with. Everybody that's done an EJAR clean already knows that. See the longer bolt there that's hanging out the bottom? That longer bolt there, that belongs in that hole there. See how you can't see in the end of that thread there? Because that bolt in there, right in the middle of the picture, that's too short. It's only in 2 or 3 threads. Lucky it didn't pull the thread out of the alloy. So that one will need to be swapped over. That one there will probably most likely go the one on the left of those two. See, it's too long underneath, and that long one will go in that hole. Also notice up here on the wiring loom, that one might be wrong as well, but look, it's good enough. Let's not be too fussy about it. But they had this stuff off. Why do they have it off? Something a little bit weird happened with this one. Look, it also had the battery terminal. It's still not all the way down, but it was a lot worse than that. We did a quick little adjustment on it because it was really distracting me. What happened was, it was a bit of a weird one, and I'll say probably because somebody's worked on it is the most likely reason. Before, you know, current ownership, previous owners probably had some work done, I'm going to guess, maybe. Or it could be just, yeah, it could be just really bad luck, like 1 in 10,000, 1 in 100,000, whatever it might be. But the vehicle broke down, and we all know these 1KDs, they don't break down unless they've got no fuel. So it's a matter of understanding why it's got no fuel. There's a few simple reasons that can happen. It's very rare. That's the only thing that's going to stop it. Otherwise, it'll be still motoring on down the road. And what happened was, the fuel pipe down there in the middle of the picture, see that shiny fuel pipe? It split, and there's a good reason it split. Apparently the supply pump, the high pressure diesel pump down here, apparently it was loose, it wasn't secure, and they had to do some repairs to secure it. And what I've spotted was the clamp was missing when he got the vehicle back. So you can see there's a clamp. See these clamps here? That one there. There's meant to be one of those between those 2 pipes in that spot just there. Okay. So when you got the vehicle back, there was no clamp there, correct?
Correct. No.
So, you know, because he watches the videos, he went and ordered that clamp and put it on there. Look, didn't quite get it right, but you get that because he's not a diesel 1KD specialist. He's a chiropractor. He cracks backs, mate. He doesn't do diesel, but he's going to be getting better at it because he'll be watching the videos. And I think I might put this clamp on because I got one there. But point is, what I've noticed is what they're saying could have some truth to it. I'm just going to try and zoom in a bit closer with the light on. I'm just going to try and get in. You can see there's a nice shiny bolt down there. Right, can you see that? You can see the washer right in the middle of the picture. That's unusual. That's something different. Apparently they had to retap something or something, was it?
Yeah, retap the bolts into the...
Some sort of... or put a bolt in, because I think that's normally a stud and a nut. So it looks like they've put a bolt. So they've done extensive work down there at the supply pump. So some of the other things we've seen, besides that clamp was missing, that he rectified, and for whatever reason it came loose. We've got half the clamp, the other half might turn up, it might be down there somewhere. And then I noticed this power, and this is a good one if you're purchasing a vehicle or just got one recently, or for all its life, maybe the kids have been allowed to work on it, things you can check. So down here, see that power steering hose there? You can kind of see in the video where it's meant to be, right? You can see the hose directly in the middle of the picture on the right, follow it down, middle of the picture. There's a little bit extra rubber, and you can see the clamp right next to it that it normally clips into. You can even see the rub mark where it's been there. So I just went to push that back in, and I went, hang on, it doesn't seem right. Why is it pushed so far over to the passenger side of the vehicle towards me, you know, bottom of the picture? And that's because it's actually routed completely the wrong direction. If you look further down, it's going to get hard to see, but bear with me. On the top side, if you look directly between the hose and the clamp where it's meant to be, I'm pointing at it with the end of the light, that just above that orange right in the middle there, right, that pipe. This hose, this one here we're talking about, this big fat one, follow that down, it's on the wrong side of that pipe. It's meant to be on the engine side, so we can't actually push it into the clamp. So the whole power steering hose needs to be removed to get that back where it's meant to be. So we've got a few issues going on here, a few wrong bolts. So we've got to continue to check things over, but I just wanted to show you some stuff so you can have a look at yours and keep an eye on it and make sure it's right. Couple other things, again, aftermarket hoses perhaps here, or it might even be a genuine hose. Do you remember replacing the hose? Don't know. It might be a genuine hose because it's got the blue mark on it, but it's probably just, I think it's just upside down, round the wrong way, right? So see how it's got this weird bend in it sort of thing? We might go to another vehicle we got here just to compare the difference, but got the genuine clamp at this side, that's good. It's got those other, you know I don't like those, but look, each to their own. I'd replace it. I've got a feeling this is just upside down. It might be a genuine hose because the way it's got the blue, I don't take that much notice of them, particularly when they're upside down. It's got that blue mark and the yellow mark over there. So let us know in the comments. That's a genuine hose, isn't it? I'm sure someone's taken more notice than me. Now with the this hose here for the header tank, the overflow tank, this hose here, that's right, it's meant to be underneath. It's not meant to be out there like that. See how that's out there? It's meant to go directly underneath and clip in under that tank there. So that's been installed correctly, incorrectly. The radiator's been replaced because the top of the fan was broken at some point. Not a big deal either. So we've got a few issues here. Hoses back to front, wrong clamps, wrong routing of that hose, clamps missing, nuts and bolts in the wrong position. And we'll keep looking and we'll add it into the video so you can sort of check yours to know what the configuration is. And if you want to know more, we can't fit it all in this video. Check out the playlists, injector information, EGR information playlists, and you'll be able to see the full R&R, pulling it apart, putting it back together to make sure all your nuts and bolts are right in the right place. Just having a quick look around now. Oh, somebody's even put a bolt in there. That's cool. So there's a clamp just there. That's normally got nothing in it. That bolt doesn't do anything, but somebody's put a bolt in there. Did you put that in? Because you went, what's meant to be there, no? Because that's okay if you did. People are going to do that. But that little clip, it's normally got no bolt in it. So that bolt's not actually doing anything. All right, so look, we'll continue to have a look around, let you know what else there is. But like I always keep saying, careful who you let work on your vehicle. Watch the videos, watch till the end, put up with a waffle like you are now for the win. Another really unusual one here, bit of coolant leak at this T-piece. So, what would we do about that? Because that is unusual. I've got to say, I don't usually see that. You can see there's a bit of splatter down there on the wiring loom, so it is leaking. Could be cracked, but I doubt it. But they don't normally leak, so I don't want to upset things because I'm not going to have one in stock. They don't have one in stock. It does look a bit like a crack at the top there, doesn't it? You know, if you have for everyone in the video, having a good look here, I'll try and zoom it and get it real full detail. That looks like, it does look like a crack or something, doesn't it? Or that, no, it's just wetness on the edge of the leak, right. Come on, hit the like button for the camera work, mate. Beautiful. Anyway, what would I do there? The fact that it's leaking, I would probably just buy those 3 hoses and the T-piece. The clamps will be fine. It's probably leaking because someone's worked on it again, you know? It's probably, I'm just looking at the positioning of the clamps now. The clamps will be fine. The hoses even look good, but something's got to be replaced because they don't normally leak. So let's try and look around and see if there's any evidence that someone's worked on it. Not really. Tell you what, if this was my car as an R&D thing, you know, I wish it was my car. I've actually got a coolant leak on one of our 1KDs at the moment that I've never seen before. So stay tuned, don't miss that one, you know, subscribe, turn the bell on so you don't miss it. But if this was my car, what I would do, I would buy that plastic, it's not plastic, but, you know, for a slang word, plastic T-piece. I'd buy that, I'd pop the clamp, I'd keep all the hoses, I'd take it off when I'm doing all this other rectification work, sorting that out, and I would replace the T-piece. That's what I would do. Just take orientation of the clamps, put them back on the same marks, exactly how they are, because I believe that's factory. At the moment, I don't think anyone's touched, from what I can see. Well, that's pretty messy under there. It's like it's leaking it all through. It's just a real mess, right? So I wouldn't, you know, I really don't know why that's leaking. I haven't seen that before. You can see the others don't leak. It's definitely weird behavior. Yeah, get a new T-piece, refit it exactly like that, and then see what happens. So we just found these 2 separate pieces. One was in the engine bay and one was in the bash plate. Yep. Can you see what went wrong there?
Yeah, I got that one on the wrong side. I
Just
can't
a little
believe
bit.
I've done that.
At least this, we've got the whole thing, because that's about $50 worth what you're holding in your
That
hands
explains why I didn't tighten up very well.
there. Yeah, that's it. Because it was going into rubber.
I kept putting it on a few times and wonder why it wasn't.
Beautiful.
Nice
Happy
work.
days. All right, let's give it a quick look underneath, see what we can find. Drive shafts all look good. It's got the Dobinson suspension, that's good. It's got lower control arms already replaced. Front wheel bearings already replaced, so they'll be good. Sounds like someone's onto the maintenance. Oh, some nice BFG KO2s. Are they the Thailand ones? They'll probably wear out quick and all that. Anyway, watch the playlist on the KO2s. We used to love them. We still like them for some reason, but they are wearing out a lot quicker. Now, a few things on this vehicle. It's also had a clutch replaced recently. You can see a little bit of oil on the bottom of the turbo there. Just trying to give you the best view with some different lighting. We see that on about maybe 1 in 10, maybe 1 in 20, I don't know. We see it a bit and it stays like that. I've seen it like that and 10 years later, still the same. Just keep an eye on it. It's not going to cause any issues. No need to waste money fixing it. Plenty of brake pads there. What else have we got? Clutch has been done. Everything under here looks pretty normal. Exhaust looks good. What's this got? 270k, did you say?
270.
270, so it's got the Dobinsons. It's been in around some salt water, so keep an eye on that. I know the people overseas with the salt roads and all that think they're laughing going, that's not rust, but just spray a bit of, whatever on that, and you can see around the tow bar, bit of maintenance spray. Nothing to see here, right? Diff. Trying to make sure that breather up there is not blocked when you check things. Rear brake pads, plenty of meat there. We've had a bit of a look around. Fuel filter looks like it's been changed as well at some point, so that's good. What else did I spot? It was the turbo and
Funny thing around the slate cylinder.
I've forgotten. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So on the clutch, either they've just worked with what they've got. I don't know what's going on there. Whether they've zip tied the bracket on the slave cylinder, but to fix that, I'd probably be buying the brake line itself between the slave cylinder and the flexible hose, and putting that back the way it's meant to go. Because, yeah, that's not how we want it, is it? There is a little bit of play in this inner rack end, in this ball joint that's in behind this boot here. It's nothing too bad. You've got to keep an eye on your tyre wear, because it can create a bit of extra tyre wear and the way the vehicle drives. It could be worn or it could be loose. These 150s apparently got a habit of, they just come loose, so you might want to remove the boot, turn it around and just see if it's loose, tighten it up. It's loose. Back it off, put some Loctite on it, and Loctite is what's meant to lock those tight on these vehicles. The 120s have got locking tabs, the 150s haven't. All right, we put the clamp in place. That's where it goes in case you weren't sure. That's how it goes, that's how it sits. So you don't twist the fuel pipes. Rather than use ratchets and spanners and stuff, it's good to use a little impact drive with a long extension. Goes straight through down over this way. Look at that, lines up perfectly like it's meant to be. Anyway, subscribe, turn the bell on if you don't want to miss the next one. That's it for this one. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you on the next one. See ya.